July 5th, 2021, in Chatham County, Georgia, was just another summer afternoon until a silver Dodge Ram with a stolen tag turned the quiet roads into a powder keg. Savannah police were already trailing behind as the truck weaved dangerously through traffic, and every motorist nearby suddenly became an unwilling part of the drama. One driver even had to swerve clear off the road just to avoid disaster. That was the moment Georgia State Patrol knew this wasn't just another traffic stop, it was about to escalate.
Coming up on the 155, he's all over the road, trying to set up a pit again. Trying to pit a second time, unsuccessful.
It was on a stretch of interstate where everything came to a head. The Dodge Ram lost its rhythm, and in a split second, the run that had seemed untouchable finally unraveled in dramatic fashion.
We're going to try to pit a first time, take a second. Roll on.
When the dust cleared, the driver was identified as 32-year-old Quadramel T. Williams. His passengers were pulled from the wreck and treated at the hospital while he was cuffed and sent to jail. To make matters worse, he showed signs of impairment, yet refused a blood test. In the end, his gamble with a stolen truck and reckless driving didn't just cost him his freedom, it nearly cost innocent lives, too.
Setting up again, we're crossing under Pryor Road. He's going to try to pin him again.
There are bad ideas, and then there are donuts in the middle of a busy Atlanta intersection. On July 31st, 2021, the man behind a black Chrysler 300 SRT8 thought he'd turn the road into his own stage. Blue lights popped on, and just like that, the spotlight he asked for was staring right back at him. Instead of pulling over, he decided to double down on his worst idea yet.
Oh, get on the highway, bitch. I dare you. Oh, you done fucked up now. We are turning right onto the connector. Can't do it right now. Clear, sure. Right onto the connector. Left lane, we're going 75, 85 north. Passing 166. We're on 166. On the connector north, 166.
As the car sped toward a blind intersection, the tension hit its breaking point. Troopers weren't just chasing a reckless driver anymore, they were battling to keep innocent lives out of harm's way. And they knew it was time to act fast.
Road, he's going to try to pin him again. They're northbound, approach your fire and step for a second hood. You get in. They're northbound, approach your fire and step for a second hood. You get in. Look out.
The end came violently against a parked tractor trailer, leaving the Chrysler crippled and its driver desperate. His sprint into the woods bought him only a few more minutes of freedom before officers dragged him back into reality. From the hospital to the county jail, his wild ride turned into a record of charges. All for a moment of showing off, he proved once again why outrunning the law is a game no one ever wins. It was early morning on May 31st, 2022, and traffic on I-20 eastbound was just starting to pick up. But while most drivers sipped their coffee and settled into their commute, one green Honda tore through the highway like a rocket. Behind the wheel was Lenny Davis Brown, a man determined not to stop for flashing lights. Deputies from Haralson County were already chasing, and Georgia State Patrol had just entered the fight. The chase came to an end soon after leaving Brown on foot and scrambling for cover, but Georgia troopers and county deputies weren't about to let him vanish. A search dog turned up nothing yet. Persistence paid off. A second sighting near a gas station led to his final takedown. Brown's reckless flight ended not with freedom, but with a trip to the Carroll County Jail, where his morning coffee was replaced by a booking sheet and a long list of charges. On January the 2nd, 2023, the streets of East Point, Georgia were about to host a drama that no one expected on a late morning. A 19-year-old named Matthew Gaskins had already drawn the attention of more than a few police departments, and not for good reasons. He was behind the wheel of a stolen Jeep Grand Cherokee, carrying the weight of multiple felony warrants. When Georgia State Patrol and East Point Police moved in to take him off the road, Gaskins had a choice to make. Unfortunately, he chose the one that would ignite a chase full of chaos. In the end, Gaskins ran out of options just as quickly as he ran out of road. The Jeep was wrecked beyond use, and troopers pulled him into custody without further struggle. With felony warrants, stolen property, and multiple agencies after him, his time on the streets was officially over. Another reminder that trying to outrun the law never ends with freedom. It ends with flashing lights in the rear view and a cold ride to jail.
All right, he's still in it.
July 10th, 2021 started like any other summer night along Georgia's highways. But for Georgia State Patrol Trooper Nolan, the routine shifted in an instant when a white Hyundai sedan refused to stop. Behind the wheel sat a driver who had already made up his mind he wasn't going quietly. What began as a simple attempt to pull someone over quickly spiraled into a high-stakes chase where bad decisions piled up fast. By the time the blue lights filled the rearview mirror, the driver had already chosen chaos over compliance.
Alright, I got anything about 1850. Never mind, we're driving back out of it. We're driving back out. We're still southbound. He tried to exit at 34. Alright, he's cut back up in the embankment. We're going back up toward off of 34 now.
Clear, cutting up the embankment, exit 34.
And we're coming up on 18 now. He's making a right on State Route 18.
Clear, turning right on the 18.
I'm making a U-turn, cut through the median. We're coming back towards the interstate,
Clear, you turn in the median, back to the interstate.
Alright, we're getting back on 85, I got a deputy, somebody behind me.
Y'all going northbound, southbound?
We're back southbound.
We're on southbound.
Alright, Lagrange, you just rear-ended me. I just 10'd you.
The suspect's reckless strikes only fueled the chase, but troopers stayed locked in and unshaken. With the gap closing fast, the moment was coming when they would force the driver to face reality.
still in it.
Well, next time, go for it.
The chase came to a crashing halt, and the driver was pulled from the wreck to face the consequences he had tried to outrun. Felony fleeing, aggravated assault, reckless driving, the list of charges was as long as the night itself. In the end, the only thing demolished more than his car was the illusion that he could overpower the Georgia State Patrol. Some lessons are learned the hard way, and this one came with a booking photo. April the 12th, 2020 started with an uneasy call from Alpharetta Police. A stolen Toyota Tundra was circling neighborhoods, its presence raising more than a few alarms. Residents reported men trying their luck on locked car doors, moving from driveway to driveway like it was their personal shopping mall. By the time officers zeroed in, the suspects had already vanished into the streets. But what came next was about to turn a quiet Sunday morning into a high-speed storm.
Pick successful, 1050, 1050.
Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground!
When the dust cleared, the suspects made a break for it on foot, one even vaulting over a patrol car hood like it was some kind of movie audition. The passenger didn't make it far, but the driver slipped into the woods, only to be spotted later walking near State Route 400 as if nothing had happened. Police recovered handguns, a rifle, stolen IDs, and wallets inside the truck. The driver, identified as Tyrell James Curry, was taken into custody, and this runaway joyride finally met reality. October 4th, 2022 wasn't just another fall evening in Georgia. Fairburn police were on the lookout for a white Toyota Tundra that wasn't where it belonged, stolen and tied to a robbery that had neighbors on edge. The truck had already been spotted prowling the streets like it owned them. Officers knew one wrong move could turn a tense situation into a full-blown chase. And when the driver made that wrong move, the night lit up with flashing blues.
Just me. Doing clear. Speed's 109. Northbound 85. Come up on exit 73, Virginia. Traffic light speed 109. Come up on exit 73, Virginia Avenue. 213.
At speeds pushing the edge of what anyone should attempt, the tables turned. Our trooper locked in and committed, knowing the only way to stop this runaway truck was to meet force with precision.
321. You're going to be 95 northbound before exit 73.
The Tundra's ride ended against the Georgia landscape, and its driver tried one last card, running on foot. It didn't work. Within moments, he was cuffed, and the truck revealed stolen items, firearms, and evidence of robbery. Facing charges of theft, reckless driving, felony fleeing, and resisting arrest, the suspect's night of running ended with the only destination left: jail. That chase might be over, but it's only one piece of the bigger story. If you want to see how wild things can really get, check out the next video waiting for you. Every pursuit has its own twist, and the next one will keep you hooked. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe.